Time to rise up. Next on the Metal Pulpit. Thanks for joining me for another Metal Pulpit. Yeah, in the book of Joel, chapter 6, verse 9, there's a real cool little scripture. And there's so much more context around it, but there's a cool little scripture that says, prepare for war, rouse the warriors. You see, all of us, every one of us are in a fight. It could be a big fight, it could be a little fight, and quite honestly, what you're struggling with may not be something that I'm struggling with, but we're all in this thing together. And I love those words, rise up, prepare for war, rouse the warriors. That's just amazing. It's just so amazing. That's the life of the Christian, is that we are to prepare for what we will be facing. Not if we will be facing, but when we will be facing. My own life, I shared with you last week about some kind of rough news in my health, and but you can't let that stuff get you down. Tomorrow morning, I'm facing another barrage of tests for my iron issues that I'm dealing with, which could have led to the stuff going on with my brain. And I look at that and I think to myself, if I really let that go, if I was to really let that just fester in me, I would not be much of a person. I couldn't function. Fear would trap me, and fear would destroy me, but I can't let that happen. And we all go through things. You have something big going on in your life, and if you don't, wait a few days, wait a few months, you will. And the question is, how do we handle such things? Well, we handle it in faith, proclaiming a victory, proclaiming what is ours, knowing that God is on our side, and not saying, well, this is me, woe is me. I could do that, okay? I used to not be able to speak to this very much because, quite honestly, in my single youth pastor days, I didn't deal with a whole lot. It was just life and, that sort of thing. Even in my the early days of marriage, we really didn't deal with a whole lot. It was just marriage. But then kids came along. Well, after a long struggle of not having our own kids, kids did come along in a different way through adoption, a brother and sister, biological, and they came our way. Well, fast forward, and now you throw in the whole health issues. You get where I'm going, because your story is my story, and my story is your story. Oh, you may not struggle with MS or a brain hemorrhage, but you struggle with things nonetheless, and none of this should be downplayed. But the question is, how do we handle that? So let me encourage you in your walk that if we go into a defeated mentality, then the enemy's already won. Okay? The fact is that God has us in the palm of his hand, and the enemy can throw all sorts of things at us, but we have to remember that little scripture, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. And when we know that, and we know that we have God the Father on our side, the very one that spoke all of this into existence, all of this is all greenery in my background. This is not a backdrop. This is actual outside. The very God that spoke this tree into existence, the very God that spoke you into existence, that spoke the world into existence, is on our side. And so when we let our minds wander towards the things of Christ and what he is going to do, what he will do, and what he's promised to do in our own lives. And I hope with all my heart, because I'm speaking from experience, that will be the octane you need in your life to get through some of your biggest battles. Prepare for war, rouse the warriors. Are you a warrior? Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.